One of the key points you've made throughout your distinguished career is not only taking Adam Smith, but also Thomas Jefferson and talking about political freedom as well.
Yeah.
And a government that is the least intrusive in our society. It's the invisible hand go to work. How will this resolve itself in China? Here we have a society that is liberalizing since Deng Xiaoping started the program in '79 or so, has continued to grow economically, but still has a communist centralized government. I'm curious as to how you see this resolving itself over time.
I think it must resolve itself with the conflict between the economic world and the political world. Mm-hmm. I do not believe that China can continue to move as it has been moving in expanding the range of the market, and at the same time continue with its wholly, fully centralized government. I think Tiananmen Square was the first episode of the kind. It was the first conflict. Now, let me emphasize that there has been considerable increase, not political freedom, but civil freedom. I decided basically by experience with Hong Kong that it was important to separate two distinct categories of freedom. Economic freedom, the freedom to buy and sell, to make transactions. Civil freedom, the freedom to speak freely, the freedom to write and have freedom of speech, and then political freedom, which was the freedom to elect your leaders. Hong Kong, under the British, had complete civil freedom and complete economic freedom, 100%, had zero political freedom. Because of the British.
Right.
Well, the British were the dictators.
Right.
But the citizens of Hong Kong could not vote for anything. And that demonstrates that these are separable. In its essence, what it says is, in principle, you can have a benevolent dictator. I say in principle because in practice, you can have one, but it won't last because he won't stay benevolent. At any rate, if we come to the Chinese situation, there has a big improvement in civil freedom in the mainland China now. I first visited China in 1980, just at the time of Deng Xiaoping's reforms, and there was a tremendous, and I visited it twice since. And there's no question about the increase in economic prosperity, but there's also no question about the belief in civil freedom, in the willingness of people to sleep, in the way in which they're willing to depart from customs, to wear bright clothes instead of the standard Mao jacket,
that's right,
and so on. And it's my opinion that has to continue. That political freedom will result from economic freedom, or else economic freedom will be terminated.
Well, in the meantime, of course, China has been growing at a pretty fast clip. As Deng Xiaoping said, it doesn't matter if the cat is black or white as long as it catching mice in droves.